14 years ago, I remember it like it was yesterday. I was having my time with the Lord and I heard a voice say to me, Preston, if you say yes to the call of God in your life, what I did to Job will pale in comparison to what I do to you. What I did to his family is going to look like nothing compared to what I do to your family. And I didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell my wife. I didn't tell my best friends. I didn't tell my mentors. I was so embarrassed. And here's what was happening. Every day, I believed his lie. I became more convinced his lie was my truth. I began believing what Satan was saying to me. And here's one of the things I learned going through that. God taught me something. One day, I was driving in my truck down the road and I was getting bombarded. This voice was saying, this is gonna happen to your wife, this is gonna happen to this child, this is gonna happen to this child, this is gonna happen to the church. All these things are gonna happen to you because you said yes to the call of God. And I remember driving down the road and one of the most amazing and special moments in my life, the God of the universe shouted in a way I don't think I've ever felt him shout before. As I'm hearing, this is gonna happen to your wife, this is gonna happen to this child, this is gonna happen to this child, the God of the universe, I felt, said, that's not how I talk. And I mean, when he said it, peace just blanketed me. And to this day, 14 years later, I find myself, when I hear that voice trying to scare me, taunt me, there have been times where I've said out loud 20 to 25 times, that's not how God talks. That's not how God talks. That's simply just not how God talks. I will say it until my heart believes it again. And it might sound silly to you, but I'm telling you, no daddy scares his children. And let me remind you, Satan is the father of all lies. Everything he says to you is a lie. That's why we have to combat his lies with the truth. And sometimes we just have to say, that's not how God talks.